Okay, so what I've done is cut all my material. This is the last of it, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to change this blade. You just undo the back, try and remember the order that the stuff comes out, so you can put it back in the same way. Keep those in order and get the blade out. Just be careful because it's still sharp, even though this one needs to be replaced. Grab your new one, put your old one there so they can go in the bin. That's done, and stick the new one in, and then put it all back together. Oops. That goes first, that goes second, and then just check that that is tight enough. So in and out, very important that you always lock your blade. I think that's pretty obvious, but do not forget to close it every single time. So you lay out your material, you cut a nice edge, and every strip is 2.5 of these squares. So I'm working in inches because that's probably from the American system. So you hold your one hand nice and tight down, and the second one, now I'm left-handed so it might look a bit odd to you, is you then put this one down at the bottom, push down nice and hard at a slight angle, push against the ruler and all the way up. I tend to move it away so that I know that it's cut. If your blade starts getting a bit blunt, you'll have little edges and you'll feel that it hasn't cut all the way through, so then you've got to spend time doing that, which is why it's a good idea to have a good blade all the time. So you just keep doing that. 2.5, always 2.5. Never use any other size. So all my material that I had, well, all lost now, but all the material I had only ever was this size. So you don't have to go back and have the wrong size and throw things out and recut. Everything's always this size. The problem with print that has a design on it is that you will slow yourself down and you will waste a lot of material if you go, oh, but now I'm cutting off the dinosaur's head, so now I want to spare a bit of material here and there. Just buy material that you this is called a quick quilt. You don't fuss with the design, you just cut. Whatever I get is what I've got, because I don't have time to sit here and manipulate and try and organize what I want for the design. It's done. So each time, oh, what's going on there? Each time you finish, right, it's done that. I have to undo that and fix that. Close that down, and your squares are done. Now, what you need to be very conscious of is that when anything else, make a little pile, throw it away. You always have to check that your material, now this one's hard to see, but you always have to cut edge to edge. These salvage edges, you always have to have your material like that. Do not ever cut the other way. So generally speaking, when you buy material in a shop, they will have folded it with those edges ready for you. But because people have donated material to me, I've had to change a few of them in order to get the right, get those salvage edges. You have to always have the salvage edge, and then you just line it up again and you keep doing. So what I tend to do is cut the whole strip of material, however much I've got, I'll cut the whole thing. I won't cut as much as I think I'm going to need, and then leave the rest. There's a little bit of material left over. So in my box of material, I only have strips. All of the strips are ready to go. So I color code it so that if I'm needing some blue, I'll just go and look in the blue strips for something. So I can just take this now. So these are all done now. There's my colors all nicely lined out. There's my center squares and there's the others, and ready to go. These ones, because it's my center, I am spending a bit more time on selecting what I'm going to do there. So I am going to select, because you need to remember that there are going to be an edge. So I'm going to lose a fair chunk of this. And you have to be meticulous in your accuracy in terms of cutting these strips. They have to be exactly the right size, or you give yourself a lot of work later on trying to get everything to fit and be the right size. So next I'm going to have breakfast and then I'm going to sew one square to check my colors, because if that might look okay like that now, but once I put it all together I might go, no, that's not working, I need to find a new color.